What's up, you guys? It's your boy. Welcome to my world. Here today with One Piece chapter 297. Not a lot of stuff happened, but what you got is you have Peckham's, and he's in the mirror world with Luffy, right? And they're running and stuff. They're trying to get out of the mirror world. He got Luffy on his back because Luffy can't. I mean, Luffy can kind of walk, but at the same time, he's still exhausted, pretty much. Peckham's has Brule in his arms, right? Like carrying her. He got her like tied up and all that. And he's basically telling Luffy about the Sulong form, right? At this time, when Peckham's is telling Luffy that there's about 4 minutes until it's the rendezvous time. So he's talking to Luffy and he's like, all right, so I have this form called the Sulong, but I'm not that good at it. I can do it, but I rampage. So back when Carrot first used her Sulong form, it was hyped up to be like, yeah, you could be, it's like a rampage, it's like a berserker state, right? But you can learn and develop to how to control it. Well, surprisingly, I guess Pedro and Wanda, they probably already have one. And of course, Nekomamushi and Unu Adachi probably have one, and they all four of them, I say they can control it. And you even got Carrot who could control hers through training from like Wanda and like Pedro, but Peckham's can't control his. I know he's been with Big Mom for like 15 years, like something along those lines. Like he's been with Big Mom for a minute, but he still can't control his Sulong form. But yeah, he was telling Luffy he can't control it, so Luffy can use that opportunity. But when he comes out of the mirror world, he'll rampage, and then Luffy, Sanji, and the gang, all of them can escape and dip right out. The main reason why he's doing this, besides he built a bond with the Straw Hats, is because Pedro set the path for him to do this. Because Pedro, he gave himself up for Luffy's ambition. Follow Luffy. I believe that he will show you the true path, or something like that. Something involving like destiny, something like that. But yeah, so I feel like because Peckham's admired Pedro so much, and he doesn't want to see a sacrifice be in vain, he's helping Luffy. So they get out of the mirror world, right? Everyone's expecting either Katakuri or Luffy. Everyone's ready, armed to the teeth. It's like the whole Cacao Island has like just like soldiers on it. And Peckham's comes out of the mirror world with Brule. All you see is him and Brule, and he has, he still has the black mask on and everything, or like black paint or whatever it is. And everyone's like, Peckham's like, what are you doing here? And Peckham's is like, he's surprised because people recognize him. Like he still has it in his mind that, yeah, no one's gonna recognize him. Even Luffy recognized you. What? Peckham's, he has Brule at gunpoint. He's like, yo, everyone, like, back up, or I'm gonna splatter her brain. He's about to transform into Sulong. He takes the glasses off. He's looking at the moon. He's about to transform into Sulong. And everyone's like, yo, he's about to transform into Sulong. And then you got Oven in the back. He's like, what is this sideshow? Like, he's pissed. And interesting enough, because Oven, we don't really get a good scope of his, like, his ability is kind of self-explanatory. It's like heat, right? He can heat things up. He low-key did like an ace thing. Like, he did like a pinpoint, like, he like used his eyes. Like his eyes became like fiery because Peckham's had a gun to Brule, and that's his sister. And at the end of the day, to the Big Mom pirates, it's like family is like, well, at least for some people, family is like number one, and you don't mess with family. So he got mad, and fire came into his eyes, and then it heated up the gun. So it heated up the gun so hot that like flames came out, right? Oven came through with something called like a wind punch or something like that. It was like a punch with fire on it, and I think it was like it's like a regular like punch, pretty much. Like it's like a distance punch. You know what I'm saying? Like you punch someone and you're not connecting, but the pressure from it hits that person. But that's pretty much basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it hits Peckham's. It reveals that he was hiding Luffy within like he was like under his coat or something like that. And Luffy's out in the open now, and everyone's like, okay, back on plan. Straw Hat. And so all the siblings, they try to go for Luffy. None of them is really doing anything, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Raisin. and he pulls out this massive sword, and he looks like he's about to do something. So I'm like, okay, bet, Luffy versus Raisin. But then Sanji comes through with the Diablo Jambe. You know what I'm saying? He kicks Raisin, basically knocks him out, and he's about to just like skywalk all the way to the Sunny. And then you got this other cat, and I don't even know his name. I don't there's so many freaking sons and daughters of Big Mom. I don't remember all their names, but he has like a smiley face on, and he can use moonwalk with it. You know, it's originally called moonwalk. Sanji calls it skywalk. Same thing. He can use it too, and a couple other people actually, and they're basically gonna fight. But then you got all the other I forgot what they're called, like decatuplets or something like that. You got all the other ones like with the sides and all that. They're like, yeah, let's rip out Pedro's eye. I mean, not Pedro. Let's rip out Peckham's eyes. But then Sanji, he gets distracted because they're like, oh, he's about to rip out his eyes. But then the other guy that he's fighting with, you know, the smiley face guy, he comes through and he has like a weird weapon. It's like a staff with like a ball on it, and he can like expand it, and then he hits Sanji. Sanji goes flying into the ground, right? And then they're about to come, like he's about to hit the finishing blow, right? Big explosions at the harbor, at the docks. Who is it? It's the GERMA. The GERMA came through finally. I don't know how, because they got the big snail ships, and it's like it's not that hard to notice a snail ship. So how they came through, that's suspect. I understand that Mountain Door and all them, they think that the GERMA got overran by their soldiers, so possibly it could have been like, yeah, you got the snails, but I mean, you got the snail ships because we took them over, so that's our people inside. But at the same time, you got to be like, it's kind of suspect that no one said like, oh yeah, here's the GERMA ships, yeah, that's ours now, or something like that. But no one knew, no one noticed. Like they just popped up, like, word. It's like that, and they go underwater. I can't remember if they can go underwater, like if they're amphibious like that. But Jinbei and them, Smoothie, they were on the sea and they didn't even see them come through. What? I understand it's dark, but damn, like really? Is it like that? They came through, and then you got Reiju, Yonji, Ichiji, and Niji all around where Luffy and Sanji is at. And everyone's like, yo, it's the GERMA 66. And they're like, yeah, we're here for revenge, you know what I'm saying? For double crossing us at the tea party and all that. We don't see Judge. He might be manning the ships or whatever, or he might be like commanding the ships, because he, at the end of the day, he was trying to take over the North Blue. Like he was trying to recapture the North Blue or something like that. I mean, he's obviously like naval savvy, like battle savvy, obviously. So yeah, that was pretty much the chapter. One thing I did find interesting is that they mention Pedro. So I don't know. I'm starting to get a little worried. Is Pedro actually alive? I don't know. I don't want Pedro to be alive, because I like how Pedro went out. But if Pedro is alive, I mean, it is what it is there. But Peckham mentions Pedro and how he's not gonna let his sacrifice be in vain and all that. How and the importance of Pedro is once again coming back to another person. What I mean by that is like how Carrot saw Pedro as an important person in her Sulong training, and then you got Pedro. And then you got Pedro where he was the only one to calm Peckham's down when he turned into Sulong. So you got the importance of Pedro honestly coming back all the time. So if Pedro isn't dead, I can think of reasons. One, he's a mink, so his body's a little more durable. Two, maybe he might have like slipped out of the explosion before it exploded. Or three, which I would have to go back and check this one out. He actually transformed into a Sulong before the explosion, but I don't know, because I didn't see the moon. I don't know if at that time the moon was even out. Yeah, and then you got the GERMA. The GERMA are gonna come through. This could possibly be their sacrifice for Sanji, but I don't want that. I mean, not even for kind of for Sanji, but I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have to be their sacrifice, but the GERMA because I like the Germa. The Germa are cool. They're like Power Rangers in One Piece. Who doesn't want Power Rangers in One Piece? Obviously, their job is to get the Straw Hats to the sea, right? But at the same time, you got Smoothie at sea, and then everyone else. I mean, the Germa fleets can handle the scrubs, but then you have Smoothie at sea. Big Mom's gonna make her way to Cacao Island in some way, shape, or form. I can feel it. Because she's gonna catch up, she's gonna eat the cake, and then she's gonna come to Cacao Island, and then Luffy and her are gonna have like a big like stare down. I'm not saying they're gonna fight, because if Luffy fights in this situation, he's gonna die for one thing. I mean, he's not gonna die, but you get what I'm saying. He's gonna get smurdered. Yeah, the confrontation between Luffy and Big Mom, I feel like it has to either happen on the sea before the Straw Hats leave, or at Cacao Island, where Luffy's like, yeah, I'm still gonna come back and I'm beating your ass all over across the New World. Cause I don't think Big Mom is gonna retaliate, because technically Big Mom is like, I mean, I don't want to say a woman child, but Big Mom is like simple. Like, she just wanted her cake. She gets her cake, she should be happy. Honestly, she should be exhausted. By the time she eats her cake, she should be exhausted. She's gonna have the itis. So she should probably just go to sleep, honestly. Yeah, because then if she goes to sleep, that stops Luffy from even like, that takes Big Mom out of the equation entirely. It makes it more believable that the Straw Hats escaped a Yonko. But also, speaking of escaping a Yonko, big news Morgan. We haven't seen him since last chapter, right? He wasn't in this chapter. But when stuff starts to go down, you know big news is gonna be there. And the headlines are gonna be massive. So I think, yeah, probably after this, if Big Mom does come to Cacao Island, and something happens that makes her look like looks bad, aside from Luffy beating Katakuri and wrecking all the places in Tautland, it looks bad for Big Mom. And then Morgan like posts that, Luffy's bounty is gonna go way up. I think the most, maybe not way up, but I think the most Luffy's bounty will go, I will stretch it to 600 million, maybe 550 million, maybe 540 million, but I don't see it going over 600. If Luffy's bounty goes over 600, that's gonna be low-key BS. Taking it back to the Germa, know that the Germa has all these weapons and tech and all that, so they're probably going to incorporate that in the fight between all the Big Mom soldiers. I'm not saying they couldn't take all of them down, all the ones that are there, but I'm saying they're probably going to incorporate a lot more of their technology just so they could show it off for like the viewers, for us, because we didn't really get to see all of their technology, and it'd be a good chance to incorporate not only just their technology but their soldiers and their battle strategy on the sea, just to solidify the reason why they were so close to taking over the North Blue, and such a feared kingdom from like even way back when, before Brook was born, like before Brook's time. But yeah, with that being said, y'all, I will see you guys later. But y'all, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, click the little bell if you want to get the notifications every time that I post, and I will see you guys later.